Hi, everyone. Hi, hello. I see people joining us. Thank you so much for finding the time to come. Hope everyone's doing great today. Let's just wait a few seconds to let more people join. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, I see there are more people coming. We can slowly start and then the people will join us as we go. So, welcome to Precoro Product Conference. Today, we'll be sharing the next steps in our journey to becoming the #1 platform for procurement centralization and automation. Our team works tirelessly to create the product that helps our customers reduce costs, drive even more efficiency, and get full visibility into spend. And today, we will share the latest updates that make your procurement better, from biggest new capabilities to small strategic improvements. My name is Lada. I am a community manager at Precoro and your host for today. And our session will be led by Mary, our customer success manager. She will cover the biggest Precoro updates of Q3 and also unveil upcoming developments for Q4 of this year. Before we dive in, Mary, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thank you very much for the intro, Lada. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to be here today, and thank you so much for joining us as well. My name is Mary. I'm Customer Success Manager at Precoro, and I've been with the team for already 4 years. And today I'll be excited to share with you all our recent updates we've delivered during the past quarter, and of course share a bit more what's coming next. So feel free to share all your questions, and we will be sure to share all the answers we can provide. And you can also see that there are many of your customer success managers also joining this meeting, so they also would be able to share with you more specific feedback if it's related to your workflow.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming, Mary. I love having people from our team join these events quarterly and give us perspective about these new features and what impact they can have for our customers' journey. Before we dive in, let's just take a second and talk a little bit about the housekeeping. So if this is your first time on the platform, on the right-hand side, you can see the bar with the chat window and the Q&A window. Please use the chat window to communicate any technical issues you might experience or just say hi to other participants. To try that out, please go ahead and type where you're joining us from in the chat. I'm joining from Latvia. Um, so I just put that in the chat. Please let us know where you're joining us from. We know we have a very international audience here today. Thank you so much. South Africa, Dublin, USA, Northern Ireland, Bulgaria. As I said, so many different places. It's very exciting every time seeing people come from around the world to learn about our updates. So thank you so much for joining. Great. And then right under the chat tab, you see the Q&A tab. So please feel free to use the Q&A box to submit any questions you have to Mary that will come up during the webinar. We will have an open Q&A session at the end, but please don't wait with submissions. We want to make sure we have enough time to answer all of your questions. So we'll either answer them live or by email after the webinar. But yeah, please let us know if you have any questions. Also, let me remind you of the structure of today's webinar. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about Precoro product strategy. How do we pick the features that end up in our product updates? Then we're going to talk about the latest Precoro updates. So we've had punch outs this quarter, finance improvements, so many more. Very excited about that. Then Mary's going to share about overview of Precoro roadmap for Q4. So what's waiting for us till the end of this year. And then we're going to have the Q&A session at the end. At Precoro, our core mission is to centralize procurement processes, ensuring our customers gain complete visibility and control over their spend. We're committed to helping our customers streamline procurement, drive down costs, and free up your teams to focus on what really matters, which is strategic initiatives. Today's updates represent more than just product improvements. These are key steps forward to empower your organization with the tools to automate tasks, ensure compliance, and centralize control like never before. We build our product plan to reflect the strategic vision to where the procurement industry is moving. We do that by analyzing the market, trends, and the workflows you are building with Precoro. We also put customer feedback at the heart of our planning. Many of your suggestions have already shaped our latest releases, which you are about to see. So, as always, we encourage you to share your feedback today. And let's move on to our latest features. Mary, the floor is yours.
Amazing. Thank you, Lara. So at Precoro, we believe that there is no limit to the improvements when it comes to your procurement experience. And we've been working on several exciting enhancements designed to empower everyone, from those submitting requests to the decision makers who are approving documents and making and just managing the workflows. So now let's take a closer look at how these improvements can elevate your procurement operations. And to kick things off, we are excited to introduce our new punch out integration with Granger. It builds our just it exceeds our existing marketplace, which already includes Amazon, Staples, and Home Depot, giving you even more flexibility and choice. These future these features, they basically would allow you to shop from Granger directly within your Precoro by browsing a supplier's catalog, adding items to your cart, and transferring all these details back into Precoro for further easy approvals and process for the purchasing. Also, in response to the popular demand, we have enhanced the Staples punch out, allowing you fully leverage it from both purchase requisitions and purchase orders, adapting it to whatever fits your workflow best. And as you see on the screen already, and as we are moving towards Q4, we are excited to announce two new punch out integrations that we expect in this quarter. Fisher Scientific, which would be especially valuable for our biotech clients, and Lowe's, specializing in home improvement products and services. So if you shop with any of these vendors, please reach out to your customer success managers to get connected and get necessary help. And meanwhile, you can explore them on your own on our brand new marketplace configuration page. This page is currently available directly in your Precor account, and it is designed to give you easy access and control, allowing you to configure any necessary punch out you need all in one place. So if there is any punch out you are using right now, or for example, would like to, let's say, add to your workflow, please be sure to get back in touch with us and we will send you the necessary guidelines. And if there is any specific punch out you'd like us to build next, don't hesitate to share your suggestions with your CSMs. Speaking of our other brand new features, I'd like to introduce to you a few related to the new design. We are working on many more to come, but first of all, wanted to share with you that we now have the integrations page where you can easily view and access all available integrations in Prepora. Now, no matter which integration you would like to set up or which accounting system you use, you can find everything very conveniently on one place right now, alongside with other popular integrations like Slack and HiBob. So if you're using any of these tools but do not have a connection yet, please be sure to contact our customer success managers and we'll be glad to share with you more details and assist you with the setup. And one more update related to the design is the budget redesign. So we have slightly updated the budget page to offer you a more intuitive experience. With an improved filter dashboard and clear navigation, now managing your budgets is simpler and efficient more than ever. We are also excited to announce a series of upcoming design updates throughout Q4, which you can see now on the screen. These updates would make your Precoro even more intuitive, enhancing both usability and aesthetics. So stay tuned for more. And next, let's dive into the features that would be especially valuable for the finance teams. These updates were highly requested by many of our customers, and we've listened closely. So I'm excited to share everything we've been able to accomplish during the past quarter to meet your needs. First of those is the budget rollover function. This is a very highly requested one, and it allows you to transfer unused budget amounts to the next budget period from the previous one. So now, when your team doesn't fully utilize the allocated budget for a period, for example, a quarter, you can now easily carry over the remaining funds by simply activating this feature in the budget settings, and then any unused funds would automatically roll over to the next period. For instance, you have $500 left in the Q3 budget, so then it would seamlessly transfer to your Q4 budget starting September 1st. This gives you better flexibility and also eliminates the need for manual tracking of unused funds. Next exciting update is the new open purchase order reports. So it is designed specifically to give you full visibility over the orders that have not been fully received or paid. This report also will help you to track outstanding amounts, ensuring smoother month-end and quarter-end process. And with advanced filtering options and the ability to extract data by document or by item through the Excel format as always, you can now manage your open commitments with greater confidence and efficiency. And one more update related to the finance improvements is probably the one that has been requested nearly by every customer who is joining Precoro. So I'm today excited to share good news with you. Now the due date on the invoices can be automatically calculated based on the selected payment terms. Simply choose the relevant term for a supplier, enter the issue date, and then the due date would automatically be pre-populated. So there is no more need for manual calculations and no risks for overdue payments. And as always, we are happy to share our updates related to the mobile app. As you know, we are continuously improving the application to enhance your experience. And recently, we have launched the possibility to view and add attachments directly in your app, along with the existing approvals. And coming in Q4, we also expect to provide a possibility to place receipts and purchase requisitions right in the go, making your procurement even more efficient and accessible from anywhere. And for those who are using the Slack integration, we have introduced a dedicated page to show you all the notifications you can receive from Slack, also allowing you to manage the preferences, similarly how you are using right now the email preferences. So this way, we also expanded the range of notification types that gives you more ways to stay informed and manage procurement activities seamlessly on the go. And one more very exciting, especially for me, the feature that we released and was much awaited, the shipping and tax costs. It allows you to add the shipping and tax costs on invoices or the orders as separate fields, so they would not cause any mismatch or trigger unnecessary approvals. Now, with the new add shipping and add tax buttons, you can easily include these costs with your to your document without the reapprovals to be triggered, or also without the need to create further receipts. And the visual indicators, as you see on this on the example on the screen, they would make it easier for you to identify what's the type of the cost is there. And one more very much awaited approval update related to the recurring documents, for example, monthly office rental invoices. It should simplify the approval process as after approving the first document you set as recurring, all subsequent recurring documents now will automatically inherit the approval unless there is discrepancy that requires your further review. So this change eliminates the need for the repeated approvals and also makes your workflow more efficient. And a few more updates related to the configurations. We have introduced vacation mode for administrators to keep the workflows running smoothly even when the team members are away. So if somebody forgets to assign a substitute before their time off, admin can now step in, enable vacation mode for that user, and assign a substitute on their behalf. This way, you'd ensure that there are no delays in the approvals and with other actions that are pending. And another one is the new view only role for the supplier management. So it allows you to grant access to supplier information to the users without the risk of unauthorized changes. This feature offers greater visibility to your team while keeping editing rights secure with designated managers. And OCR improvements. We have been working on many of those. And for those who are not yet familiar with this functionality, OCR stands for Optical Character Recognition. It is a tool that helps you scan and process invoices from the suppliers more quickly and easily. And we have made recently many exciting changes and updates to take this functionality even further. So while we exploring how to apply AI in the procurement, at Precoro, we've already integrated AI to streamline and enhance your processes. We're working to make this three-way match seamless using advanced AI technology powered by none other than the Google AI processor, which serves as the engine behind our OCR functionality. The Google AI processor is an industry leader in document processing. It leverages cutting edge machine learning models, constantly improving its ability to detect item lines, totals, and dates with precision. Hence, by choosing Google AI, we ensure that users benefits the fast, accurate, secure, and efficient document processing. We've also recently launched the refreshed design for our OCR functionality. So it makes invoice creation even smoother and more intuitive. The new layout includes an improved filter view and the organized sidebar to view comments, attachments, and item previews, all to simplify your workflows. And as you see on the example of the video right now, when creating an invoice from the order or a standalone invoice, you'll now see a clear indicator to confirm if the item details match what OCR recognized. User also can now interact with the items pulled from the OCR before the invoice is finalized, making it easier to review and adjust the details early on. And as we look ahead to Q4, we are very excited to announce and let you know that we are taking it a step further with the OCR for expense module. We will be able soon to upload expense documents, similarly how you currently do with the invoices. And our system would be powered by Google AI, automatically recognizing and pre-filling key fields, making expense tracking and reporting faster and more accurate. And here is the last block of updates I wanted to share with you today. The first of them is related to the suppliers as well. So we've introduced the new supplier revision and reapproval feature to give you a greater control over the supplier information updates. Now, when any of the critical fields like supplier name, bank details are changed, it would automatically trigger reapproval process. This ensures that the key stakeholders review and approve any significant changes, helping to prevent unauthorized modifications. And also, as an example, you can see that the system would highlight you any changes that would require reapproval to ensure that you have the full visibility and accountability across your team. We've also just launched a feature that would help you to clean up outdated documents. If you have any open purchase orders with the delivery date older than 2 years and there is no longer action needed, the system will now automatically close them. This would help to keep your interface clutter-free, allowing you to focus only on the relevant open orders. And we have also received valuable feedback from customers who may want to keep certain documents open or reopen them. So we also plan to introduce customization options in the future releases to meet this need. So please stay tuned. One more excited one. It is related to possibility to create the service orders and the custom purchase orders we've recently released from the requisitions directly. This way, it allows you as well to keep your order and requisition linked, streamlining the procurement process and reducing the manual work. And the last but not least, we have simplified the tolerance limit configuration by merging the tolerance limit and tolerance rate into a single, easy to use setting. This makes setup quicker and it applies the tolerance limit to both approvals and matching actions. So now you can customize limits by the amount or percentage on the entire company level, making it easier to manage the thresholds across your suppliers. And in addition to that, you can still have the thresholds configured individually for suppliers to give you more flexibility to fit your needs. So that wraps up our Q3 updates, each one designed to bring us closer to our goal of centralizing and automating procurement to give you full visibility and control over your spend. Hence, I encourage you to explore these features further, either on your own or with your customer success manager to see how they can transform your procurement flow.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for sharing all of these updates. I could try and pick a favorite, that would be really hard. Please do let us know in the chat which feature you find most exciting for your business, for your processes. Maybe there is something you were waiting for and we just released it. Please do let us know. Also, thank you so much for putting all of your questions in the Q&A tab already. We have quite a few. So if there are any more than pop up, please do let us know so that we can make sure we can fit all of them in the Q&A session. Um, Give me, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, thank you, Marta. Thank you so much for your feedback. I want to highlight again that there are many of your customer success managers on the call here today, and they love your feedback as well. So if you have anything to say, if you have any good feedback to share, please do let us know. We always love seeing it. So let's go to the second part of our presentation and talk about Q4 updates that you can be even more excited about.
Awesome. That's right. Let's move on. So, as for the Q4, we are very excited to share some major updates with you today. We've planned for the current quarter already, and we already revealed a few features in part one. So now I'd like to present and share a bit more information about other important features we are working on. All these updates that we are working right now, we are sure that they continue pushing us towards our mission. And the first one that Lara is already sharing is probably one of the most exciting ones for me. I'm really thrilled about this feature coming. So nearly every company relies on the custom fields at either document level or the item level. And in the Q4, we are taking this a step further and introducing the ability to configure dependencies between the custom field for documents and custom field for items. For example, as you can see on the screen already, selecting marketing as a department, for example, will automatically show you only relevant chart of account options, like brand or social media. So this feature can enhance your efficiency, reduce errors, and give you more control over your custom workflows. And looking ahead, we also plan to expand that and add other custom field dependencies for even greater customizations in the future updates. So stay tuned. A few more related to suppliers. As you see, we are working a lot on the supplier management this year. Coming in Q4, our new supplier requesting functionality will allow users to request new vendors directly from a dedicated page. This way, they would not need to create a separate document for that and would be able to work directly with those requests. This also would provide the limited access to this page, so they would be able only to submit the forms, track the status of their requests, and make the necessary revisions. This streamlined process improves communication and makes the requesting suppliers easier, more transparent, and efficient as well. And one more that we'd like to introduce is a feature to track and manage contract amounts with suppliers. This update will allow you to set and track contract amounts directly within your Precoro, making it easier to manage supplier agreements and stay on the top of contract spending. And last but not least, we have a couple of big features for the finance team to expect in Q4. First of those, we'd like to introduce the financial period clause, allowing companies to lock financial documents after a specific period. This feature prevents users from editing and creating documents from past months, ensuring accurate accounting during month end and year end reconciliations. You can set automatic closures on a recurring schedule, such as closing all documents from previous months, for example, by the 5th of each month. So, this feature should add another layer of control and precision, giving you peace of mind that your financial data remains accurate and secure. And the last feature for today, but also very exciting update, it would transform the way you manage the cost across departments and projects. Right now, if you want to allocate the cost correctly, you need to create a separate order and a separate invoice for each department or project. But soon you'll be able to split costs between different departments or projects within a single document. So, for example, on purchasing a subscription, you can divide the cost between sales, marketing, and PR either equally or by defining a specific percentage for each. So please stay in touch, and I'm sure this is going to make a big impact. As we continue developing in this direction, we are excited to build even more tools to help you to centralize and automate your procurement, ensuring your business operates with clarity, efficiency, and control over every dollar spent. I would like to thank you for being a part of this journey with Precoro, and I'm sure that together we are shaping the future of procurement. Thank you very much for your time today. Lada, do you have anything to add before we dive into our Q&A session?
Yes, yes, I do. I have just a couple of things said. First of all, Mary, thank you so much. I hope you saw all the comments in the chat. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. And Mary, thank you so much for leading the session. I know that many of you looking at these amazing features are probably asking yourself, I hope you're asking yourself, how can I know more? Where can I get more information about all of this? So where can you? You can find more of our product updates on Precoro blog and on Precoro knowledge base. We publish our product updates regularly so that you can get in-depth information about all of the new features up to date. So if you're interested, please go ahead and check those out. And also, I encourage you to follow Precoro's social media. We publish all of our newest, biggest, brightest, most interesting updates on our LinkedIn and on our YouTube page. I will send the link to follow our Precoro LinkedIn page in a second, so you'll be able to do that. I promise there is only interesting things there. I promise it's going to be interesting. So please go ahead and give us a follow. And that's it from me. Just a little small pause before we transition to our Q&A session. So if you have any last questions you haven't put there yet, please go ahead because we have quite a few. And I hope we'll be able to get through all of them now or later by email. So let's start with the first ones. Let me stop sharing my screen. So first, I just want to show this off. Philip, thank you so much. Vacation mode is great. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for your comment. And next, Philip had a different question. Will overspend in a budget for a period be rolled over to the next budget period?
So, just to clarify, you mean if you currently have a budget planned and you go over that budget limit, would this amount be rolled over to the next one? If you can comment on the chat as well to clarify the question.
Okay. I
Yes.
see
Yeah,
Jane, one of our customer success managers as well, commented auto transfer of the unspent amount is available. It would be great to discuss this further. So please clarify what you would like to know, and we'll gladly come back to this. Okay, we have a question from Katie. For the shipping and tax button, are we able to assign a specific GL code to this line item so it integrates properly?
sure, that is possible. You also can add the shipping and tax as separate lines on your catalog if you manage one and pre-assign a GL right there. So every time you add those to your order or requisition or any other document, it would be pre-populated. But if you do not manage the catalog and you'd like just to add that right to the document, so it also would be possible if you have the list of the GLs to select the necessary one on each of those lines. I hope it answers the question.
Sounds good. Thank you, Mary. Then we have a question from Andrew. Andrew says, I'm new to Precoro. Welcome. Can you go over contract management capabilities?
Sure. I think there is a lot to uncover, and I would recommend probably to set up either a session with your customer success manager. But in the meantime, you can also check our help center. Lada has shared that just a bit before. You can explore there the contract management function. We have a very detailed guide on that to share the main capabilities. And then maybe it would be a good idea to follow up on the questions with your manager.
Sounds good. Okay. Another question from Steven. Split costs in Q4. Can you split the costs across different budgets too?
Yeah, Steven, that should be, it depends well on the structure of the budget and on the criteria you'd like to split it by. If you'd like, we can take a deeper look with you together on that as I'm the customer success manager with their company. So we can discuss it separately after the call and review your case in more detailed way.
Sounds great. All of the questions that you have submitted will be forwarded to your customer success managers respectively, so that if there is anything company specific that needs to be addressed, it will be addressed and we will have more detailed answers for you as well. I also would like to mention I am just going by the questions that we see. We will get through all of them. So if you've submitted a question and it hasn't popped up yet, it's okay, we will get to it. So no worries about that. Okay. Um, Stephen asks, any plans for a link to create blanket POs from PRs? Or maybe Mary mentioned this and I missed it.
So you're right, it's not yet there, but we have this recorded at least in the list for your request. So I'll follow up with the team and I'll update you on the plan for that. But yeah, it's not right now available.
Okay. Next question. Can we split the due date into two dates? For example, if our payment terms are 20% deposit and 80% upon delivery.
Currently, you can indicate only one due date, but I would recommend to check what is the process on your side and whether you place two different invoices in this case, because then there might be just different invoices covering different payment, like different part of the term that you agreed with the vendor. Um, it might be a good idea to double check that with your customer success manager just in terms of the workflow and your typical use cases. But yeah, I would say that in most of scenarios, I would recommend to have two different invoices to cover both, and then you can indicate different due dates.
Okay, thank you, Mary. I would like to return to the question by Philip before. Will overspend in a budget for a period be rolled over to the next budget period? Philip has clarified. Budget for period was 500, actual spend was 600. Will the 100 overspend be deducted from the next budget period?
Okay, I see your question now. Thank you very much for sharing that. Let us check it internally and then we can update you through the email to clarify how would it work with the overspent amount.
That's good.
Thank you,
Okay.
Philip.
We have another question from James. Does the new view only role for suppliers and items allow the user to see all information on supplier's record, or does it allow to see just the name of the supplier?
So right now it allows them to see all the information. They can access the supplier card to view all the available details, but they cannot modify them.
Okay, hope that answers your question. Then we have another question from Katie. Are we able to add a PO due date based on lead time, similar to the invoice due date based on terms?
I believe we need to clarify this in more detail. I'd like to better understand what exactly is the use case and what are the orders you typically need to indicate the lead time. If you can elaborate in the chat, I can do my best to answer that, or you can also reach out to your customer success manager because they may have more context on your specific use case.
That's good. Katie, please do let us know.
Yeah, please.
Okay, we have another question from James. Are all updates, not including the coming soon ones, now live in Precoro? I don't believe our budgets page is updated.
Yeah, this should be live already. I can double check for you, James, specifically, and then I can update you through the email as well. What? why do you not see the update right away? But yeah, most of the updates we've shared that are already released in the Q3 should be available for you to utilize right away without mostly in most of the cases without the additional setup.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, we have answered Philip's question. Then we have a question from Angela. Do you integrate with Microsoft-based GL system? I see that there has already been a comment from Jane. Let me just read it out loud first. Currently, we offer direct integration with NetSuite, QBO, and Zero systems. We don't offer a direct native integration with MSD, but API that is open for our users allows developers to connect different tools and automate data. Mary, do you have anything to add?
Not right now. I think Jean answered that fully.
Thank you very much. And again, Jane, thank you so much for being on the call. Many of your customer success managers are here ready to answer your question right away. Okay. And then the last question we have so far in the Q&A tab, I saw that there are more in the chat. We will get to them in a second. When will the due date and shipping tax features be available?
Both are already available, as I mentioned. Due date can be calculated automatically if you check and just review the configuration on your payment transaction in Precoro. And the shipping fee should also be available right away. As for the tax cost, it depends how your team manages the taxes within Precoro. If you already have the list of taxes as a drop down, you may not see the tax field as a separate one available, as right now it's only possible to use that when you always set a tax as a separate line. So we can discuss your case in more details. Maybe your customer success manager can follow up with you about the specifications. But in general, all of these functionalities are already there, available for you to use. If you need any help with setting this up, please let us know and we'll be happy to share more guides or more information on that.
Thank you very much, Mary. Now let me get to the chat. I see that there are quite a few questions here. Emily asked, can you show how to add text line? I think this is probably best addressed separately.
Yeah, we can send you the guides. I'm sure your customer success manager can share with you more information on how to do that. Again, as I said, that just depends on how you manage the taxes in your company.
Sounds good. And then we have a question from Sophia. Hi, Sophia. Can you add tax to the purchase requisition?
A good question. Right now, it's not possible. You can add tax to the order or the invoice. But yeah, thank you for this question. We can review that internally and add it to our list of the requirements that we typically gather from all our customers. As Lada said, we always listen to your feedback and we record that so our team can further analyze it and use for further enhancements.
Thank you, Mary. I also just saw the question, Martha, sorry for missing it before. Is there a slide deck to share so that we can share with our users as well? You will get the recording of the session along with the slides later today or early tomorrow. So there will be, all of the information will be made available if you want to share that with your team. Sounds good. Okay, those are all of the questions we've had so far. If you have any of the questions left, please put them in the chat or in the Q&A tab. We're always happy to answer. Before we go, I'll give you another minute. Mary, can you say which feature is your favorite so far out of the ones that we have released or the ones we're looking forward to?
Oh, that's very hard to pick.
No.
It's always, yeah, a challenging question. On my side, I would say that one of those that I was waiting for mostly, let's say, is probably open purchase order reports, because I know that many of the companies need that for the better analysis, especially when it comes to the end of month or quarter or the year. And I think the punch outs, we've been working on them for a really long time, optimizing and giving more options and possibilities, and so many more to come. I think it should help to streamline the operations with those vendors that are already released. And of course, we're happy to hear more about other suggestions.
Sounds great. I fully agree. As someone who's worked with the punch in before, with the Amazon Business punch in that we have, also, if you're using Amazon Business, please go ahead and check that out, along with all of the other punch outs that we have now at the marketplace configuration page. It's definitely an amazing capability to have and makes life easier for those that are using it. Thank you so much. I don't believe we have any more questions left. Thank you, everyone, for finding the time to join. We appreciate your dedication to making your procurement process even better, to making it outstanding, and we just hope to help. So, thank you so much for coming, and see you in exactly 1 quarter right here.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye.